Do you have those things in your walk with Christ that you feel are absolutely fine, but others take umbrage to them? So, for example, I will call out about drinking alcohol. The Bible is clear that it's not drinking of alcohol that's a problem, but rather what happens when one overindulges in alcohol. That's the problem. So, table that thought for a moment. Bear with me. I'm reading through 1 Corinthians in my chronological Bible. I'm in chapter 8 today. This chapter hinges on the behavior of the people at Corinth. And one of the issues at stake in this chapter is about eating meat that has been sacrificed to idols. Is it okay to eat that meat since they don't believe in idols and they worship the one true God? And Paul's premise is this in chapter 8, verse 9. But you must be careful so that your freedom does not cause others with a weaker conscience to stumble. So Paul's saying, hey, if you are fine in your heart and you know that that meat is not a problem because you worship God and it's not impacted, fine, go ahead. By all means, eat that meat. But if you are with someone who really is challenged by the fact that this meat has been offered to idols and they want to be strong in their faith in Jesus Christ, and this is causing a problem, don't do it. The same applies, my friends, to things in our lives like alcohol, where sure, the Bible talks about drinking, but the Bible also has a stance against drunkenness. And if your behavior in drinking causes someone who is weaker, especially when it comes to drunkenness, to stumble, we are not free to engage in such behavior in a way that is problematic for them. Paul actually continues. He says, and when you sin against other believers, by encouraging them to do something they believe is wrong, you are sinning against Christ. What this boils down to is there are things in our lives that we might be okay with, but in someone else's eyes, it's a stumbling block. So rather than create a point of dissension, create a point where someone else might stumble and fall in their faith, we are to do the better thing and help each other along in their faith. So consider that in your life, the things that you have that might do that to someone else, and be aware of leading them to a point that becomes sin. Something to think about today. It's bigger than you and me. Blessings on you.